for the car, so that's why it's all tinted. Wait a minute. Had a real late night, woke up with my head spinning out in Nashville. It's been mad real. I need sunglasses, I need Advil. I like fake moves and my cash real. I like first place, you're in last deal. Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flight miles. So high, I might never come down, so what, this is my lifestyle.
Look, pocket rocket in my pocket, please don't make me pop it. All these boys just wanna copy the side, tell them stop it, whoa. It's my destiny, feeling like Latoya, like it found me my Beyonce, and she shotgun in the cockpit. Grinding with the team, making C-notes. Then my pocket still full of green, call it CeeLo. Alligator watch on me, Tim Tebow. And these haters love to watch me like Tebow. Look, I don't take L's, I just learn a lesson. Before I count the M's, always count my blessings. Look, I'm too short, never second guessing. Got some money, put up for the rain, so I'm never stressing.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flight miles. So high, I might never come down, so what, this is my lifestyle. Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flight miles. So high, I might never come down, so what, this is my lifestyle.
Out in the summer, yeah. Out in the summer, the winter don't stand no chances. Out in the summer, yeah.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Earth Mac, the mad scientist.
The infamous Alvin in the building.
That's right, man. This is the Orange Phoenix Show. Pro Wrestling Talk Live, man, with the Gamecocks Cup. You know what I'm saying? Now, bro, I'm guessing you got NCAA football 25, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so do I.
Yes, sir.
Not even gonna hold you on that. I have it. I have I have a corner that plays for USC, and I have a quarterback that was QB2, but he made it a QB1 because first string got hurt during practice. Ooh. So I'm QB1 for Miami. So and then I'm coaching USC as well. So man, I got a few things turning. You know what I'm saying? I got a few things going on out here. You know, I'm trying to recruit some prospects.
Yeah, I'm coaching Pitt.
Okay,
doing a dynasty on Heisman. Heisman lets you know how good you are and how bad you are.
Yes, indeed.
My offensive line is trash. We just finished our first season. 9-3. Lost. Man, I lost like 3 out of my last 4 games, and I lost the Pop-Tarts Bowl to Colorado. And I only brought in like 6 recruits.
Yeah,
4 of them were defensive tackles. All 4 of them 4-star. One corner that I had to turn into a strong safety because I just didn't have the depth chart.
Right.
But this season here, oh yeah. Okay. Look here. I just got to tough the season out, win as much as I can, and I start bringing the recruits in. Oh, running back won the Heisman. Okay. Your running back, running back won the Heisman. Okay. Running back, but I'll say this for anybody for us guys. No, and it's not to say aimed at women the least bit, but fellas, we've been waiting on this.
Yes.
For 10, 11 years now. About 10 years. We've been waiting on this game, and I'm just happy that it's back. When you look at the title screen and you see all these players from different schools, you can just look at it and be like, the boys are back.
The boys are back.
Like, I don't even know if I'm buying Madden this year. I don't even know.
Man, who's gonna buy Madden, bro? Like nobody's gonna buy Madden.
I don't even know.
Nobody's gonna buy Madden.
Like the probability of me buying Madden is extremely low.
Bro, they try to put it in a package deal, right? It's like, oh yeah, so you got NCAA 25. We can give you Madden too. Like, don't you dare put it in the presence of NCAA football. It don't belong in the same category as NCAA football. No. And like, we've been dealing with Madden for years, and they monopolize the video game industry when it comes to football games. Like you know,
the college guys
NCAA is back. That's just what it is, man. We waited 11 years for this?
Yeah. I mean, it was worth the wait. And when I saw, I think it was 2022.
Yeah.
I just seen a random post. They said, we're coming back. And then last year, you start seeing the advertisements. You start seeing the other promos, everything. They're in like a little football field or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my God, they're really coming back. And then 2024 came around. You start seeing more and more. And then like a couple weeks ago, I seen what they were putting into the game in regards to like the coaching carousel and everything. Like the season's over. You can see what jobs are offered for you. I was like, I ain't going them jobs. Then the next week, the jobs that were offered were different. I was like, yo, they really went surgical on this game right here. They really went in on this one.
Indeed, they did. Indeed, they did. And
they really did.
And speaking of surgical, man, today on Pro Wrestling Talk Live, man, we got some breaking news because honestly and truly, we had a whole different thumbnail for today. Like we had something totally different. We was gonna talk about blood and guts, about the unprotected chair shot. We're gonna talk about all that stuff, but we threw all that out the back window because of this breaking news. A picture was leaked to the IWC that Tony Khan and Shane O'Mac had a meeting. And
here comes the money. Here comes the money.
Money. Dollar. Ching, ching. Yeah. That man, Shane O'Mac and Tony Khan having a meeting, man. And it got the wrestling world a buzz. You know what I'm saying? They're buzzing about this thing. And for good reason, though, because this rumor started like, I would say about a month ago. This rumor started a month ago. And Tony said, I never talked to Shane. But if you want to talk to me, the door is wide open for him to talk to me. And honestly and truly, I believe him on that regard. He's not really the type of cat that just say, oh, nah, I'm going to just keep it hush hush. But now, you know, we got the evidence here, you know, per the picture right here. And, you know, somebody forgot to take the Wrestle Talk off of that because Wrestle Talk was the one that took the picture. And Tony was like, oh, my God, you caught me. You got me.
Can I say this right here? Can I say this? Because that picture was leaked.
Yes.
But was it really leaked?
No.
Was it real? Was it? I'm going to hit y'all with the stupid. Was it really leaked? I mean, I look at it this way. Because Shane's already winning. Shane's a McMahon.
Yes.
All right. Shane's a McMahon. He's already winning. Tony Khan, he's a Khan. His dad, and I'm saying Khan is his last name, folks, not in Khan artist.
Yeah.
But he's a Khan. We all know his pops. Runs the Jacksonville Jaguars. Has his own other business ventures as well. But we're talking. And Tony Khan is what you and I have used the term wrestling head.
Yes.
But if there's any wrestling head that he needs to be around, there's one right across that table over there. And a lot of folks, and I didn't know this until like right before the show.
Yeah.
Bully Ray said that Shane has a footprint in the humongous country of China. I
did not know that.
Shane, matter of fact, I got it here in front of me.
I did not know that.
Shane has a technology company called China Broadband. He founded it 20 years ago. October 19th will be exactly 20 years.
Wow.
He not only founded it, Well, 14 years ago, he became the CEO of it. China Broadband, it provides cable broadband services in China. Now, the company's based out of Colorado.
Okay.
But also, Shane is the CEO of You On Demand. It's the first video on demand and pay-per-view service in China. Now he stepped down shortly after, but he's still on the chair. He was on the board of directors, but he is not only on the board of directors, he's the executive vice chairman of the board of directors. So, matter of fact, I'm sorry, he's no longer the executive vice chairman of the board of directors. He's the executive chairman of the board of directors of that company. So, it's gone under quite a few names. Right now, it's called Ideanomics or something like that. But Shane has a footprint in China. Has AEW had a pay-per-view in China yet?
No, I don't think. Well, considering what the climate is in today's society, I don't think anybody's going to have an event in China. Considering, what the climate is, as far as on the grander scale, as far as like, country to country, because we're supposed to be at odds with China in that regard. You know what I mean? So, for a wrestling show to be there, I would say that's far-fetched. Now, here's the news that I got, though.
Yeah.
It says that this meeting took place in Arlington, Texas on July 29th. So this took place 2 days ago. So Sapp noted, and this by Sean Ross Sapp, he is noted that Khan has been open to talking with McMahon for a while, but it's believed they never met or ever spoken before the rumors about McMahon possibly joining AEW emerged recently. Now, Khan also said he have been very open to using Shane McMahon for several weeks now, and also made it clear that he was open to the idea of talking to McMahon when people have brought the topic up to him backstage. So talent has brought it up to him. Those that Fightful spoke to on Tuesday had not been briefed on a meeting. Publicly, Tony Khan commented in a recent interview on the Maggie and Perloff show that McMahon was welcome to stop by at any time, and he seems like a really nice guy. And Khan also told Sports Illustrated that he has a lot of respect for McMahon as an executive and as a professional wrestler, and he's always welcome in AEW. And that's just an insert from that. So there's two ways to look at the situation, because last time Shane McMahon was on TV, he hurt himself.
The ACL. What was it? ACL?
I think it was like soon he did like the hop over the Miz, and then boom, soon he landed, that was a wrap. That was it. That was it. Cut the cord. Cut it. You know what I'm saying? That and
tore his quad.
He
tore his quad.
And then
had to look it up.
And then go back up from that. Like I guess he had had it out with some of the backstage people in the locker room and come to Royal Rumble, and he got let go.
I think him and Triple H may have had some issues, because I think he wanted to do one thing, and Triple H shut that down.
No, I don't think it was Triple H. It was Vince.
Matter of fact, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Vince. My bad.
Yeah, I think it was actually Vince that was the one. But Shane hasn't been a part of WWE in any capacity, financial or otherwise. Like no stocks in it, none of that, for a very long time. Like he stepped away. Like he'll come in as a performer every now and again, but as far as him having like a stake in it, nah, it wasn't.
He technically went to go do his own thing for a while.
Yeah, pretty much.
His own thing for a while Vince and or Triple H and Stephanie were running things. So I mean, he backed away a good little minute. I don't know how long, but he was like, I'm gonna go over here and do this. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Yeah. It
was weird because we don't know the relationship with Shane and Vince at this point. We really don't. And from what I mean, there were rumors that it was kind of strenuous. It was pretty strained relationship between the two, and it just wasn't clicking like that. So for Tony to have this meeting with Shane, this took over IWC for most of the day. It was like number one trending for a minute. Like that was it, you know. And then the NABJ kind of took over that as far as the trending part. But Shane just being in the presence around Tony Khan, having this meeting, this picture being leaked alone, rest of the world's a buzz.
Yeah, so, and one way to look at it is you've got the head honcho of the competition.
Yeah.
Talking to the son of the guy that I didn't want to use this word, but I guess I'm gonna have to because I mean it makes sense. That kind of revolutionized wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, one of the guys that revolutionized the business outside of Eric Bischoff. I mean, you're talking. It's the son of the competition talking to the son of a solidified giant in this business. And to your point of Shane and Vince's relationship,
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if it's strained because I could see Shane pulling Vince to the side one day, or just but just knocking down the door in his office and saying, "Hey, look, the crap you pulling, you need to stop, or it's gonna catch up to you." So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if their relationship is on the outs.
I mean, Shane went off and do stuff on his own a long time ago,
man.
And I don't think him owning WWE wasn't part of his plan. That was never part of his plan. I think that was part of Stephanie's plan, but for sure, but it was never part of Shane's. So Shane as a performer, like he does a lot of death-defying stuff. Like obviously, there's a lot of fantasy booking. The number one fantasy booking is him and Darby Allin. They're gonna be jumping off wild shit, but yeah, like I mean, it's gonna be some crazy stuff going on if that actually happens, right? Also, in our Discord, and if you're not part of our Discord server, you want to go ahead and join our Discord. The link is in the description below. Just to let you guys know,
people, ASAP, get in there quick.
And also, before I go further into this, shout out to the new subscribers, man. We actually jumped up a little bit. We are at 259 subscribers, and we're getting there. We're getting there, and our quest for 500 and our quest for 1,000 subscribers. And if you're here, go ahead and hit that like button. And last week we did a lot of comic book declassifieds last week, and got a lot of feedback. And actually, that's where the subscription uptick came up in. And if you haven't seen our last video, which was posted yesterday, go ahead and check that out. And it's in reference to Dr. Doom and Iron Man, because a lot of people was in an upheaval about Robert Downey Jr. being Dr. Doom, but those said people don't read comics. So
they don't.
Go ahead and check that video out from yesterday and let us know what you think and hit that like and subscribe button. Now, in our Discord chat, someone said that maybe he brought Shane on to buy Ring of Honor. And I was like,
it would make sense.
Now I spoke with this gentleman before. His name is Andrew Baydala. And he had a stellar idea. And just give me one quick second. I'm going to pull it up in just a few minutes. As far as how to present Shane McMahon. Like it's a really good idea. And let's see here. Just give me 1 second. Okay. He says, if Shane signs for me, don't debut him at a TV show. Give me a press conference in New York City announcing the media rights deal between AEW and Warner Brothers Discovery, and Shane McMahon signs his contract at the press conference. Buzz, baby, buzz.
Ooh. That
will be monumental. Like that'd be like chief marketing right there. And hopefully, if this is what's going on, Shane can talk Tony like, hey, nah, don't let me sign it here. Let me sign it at a press conference. Boom, boom, boom. And it's just like chief marketing right there. It's crazy stuff.
Dang, he want to do all that dope stuff on Tom Cruise's internet?
Yes.
Woo!
At a press conference? at a press conference. Make it a big deal. Make it a big deal, man.
And you know what? Let's go ahead and get real. Do it on a Monday. Look, if you really want to make a point, do it on a Monday. Because if you do it on a Monday, whatever Monday Night Raw's got going on, that's going to have to be a banging show. Because all that alone would take over.
Yeah,
it would take over IWC. It would take over internet. Like, I'd be sitting there looking at me and my wife. We watch Raw together. I'd be sitting there saying, "Steph, did you see what happened at the press conference for AEW?" While I'm watching Damian Priest south of heaven somebody. So I mean,
yeah. So to put it up against Raw, now Raw has a stacked roster, like off rip. Raw is by leaps and bounds better than SmackDown. It is. Like, there's no other bones about it. I know the Bloodline is over there, but they ain't producing like Raw is producing over here. They just ain't doing that. Raw got hitters over there, and like
solidified
hitters, but
solidified.
But I would follow Andrew Baydala's formula though. If I was Tony Khan, I would definitely say New York City press conference, announce the AEW Warner Bros. Discovery deal, and boom, Shane McMahon signs his contract and let it ride. Because if you were to think about it, that's how Nitro kicked off in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, they brought in Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage and all that stuff. So, I mean, by all intents and purposes, that'd be good marketing.
WCW almost had a draft the way they were going on.
Right.
You know what I mean, the way they were carrying on, that was like a draft.
Right.
So, I mean, if AEW were to pull that, I mean, you can't just say, let me introduce you to the new owner of Ring of Honor, and Shane comes out with some random music. I'm almost certain Here Comes the Money is owned by WWE. So
is it though?
That's a good question. So I mean, if the fallback plan, if you don't do it at the press conference, and my man has a great idea. I'm not against it the least bit.
Right.
If you're going to do it, you can't do it on the show. It has to be at the minimum of pay-per-view.
At minimum. You have to do it at a pay-per-view. And the next pay-per-view they have is All In at Wembley.
That's the one. If you're going to do a pay-per-view, that's the one. Basically, it's their WrestleMania. That's the one. Now, if you're not doing it there, then the best thing to do is follow my man's plan. If you don't follow my man's plan, I'm going to look at it online, read it. I'm gonna go crazy about it for a little bit. After that, I'm on to whatever going on for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect to AEW at all, man. None. Because I'd be happy to see something like that. But in the event if I'm Tony Khan, I'm really trying to figure out a way. How can I make this big behind thing this big?
And honestly, less is more. Like, I would not have Shane on every week. I would have like Shane was signed. Shane might make an appearance or something like that. And I want to see how much traction he gets, like how much attendance he get, because right now AEW is doing a residency in Texas, right? Mm-hmm. Like, they have a Collision, and by the way, I love that stage setup that Collision has. Now in Arlington. I really do love that. I hope they keep that like in travel, because it looks different than AEW Dynamite, right? Mm-hmm. But I do love the residency. They gained so much traction being in Texas that they actually had to open up new roles for people to come in. So, which that is a good thing, because let's be honest, when CM Punk was supposed to be the one leading the charge in Collision, because he's supposed to have his own show technically to get away from the Bucks, blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. He was putting butts in seats. He really was. Like, call a spade a spade. He was doing that. Yeah. So when he left, the attendance, was doing this number right here. It was dropping, and that's being real. But and on top of that, the person I feel sorry for the most is Ricky Starks, because Ricky was in this trajectory with Punk to have this feud, and then Punk does this thing all in, gets fired, and now you left Ricky holding the bag, and then Ricky goes on to continue to be great and be the tag team champions. And then, when he finally drops the championship, he remains to be seen. And a lot of people are speculating that he's going to jump over to WWE, and there's no place to put him because there was an idea that I think Big Bill was going to turn on Ricky or something like that. It was something around those lines, but he didn't want to do that because it didn't seem right. So they're trying to figure out a place to put Ricky. But I think the Shane McMahon deal, I think this would be awesome. I mean, there are some things that I'm a little hesitant on because the wrestling space, it's like, what if your last name McMahon? What if you over here trying to put the screws to AEW because your Triple H is cool? You know what I'm saying? There's always that possibility. There's always that possibility of Shane poaching. You know what I'm saying? Because Vince no longer at WWE, Triple H is. You know what I'm saying? It always could be that possibility. It's a gamble, yes, but Tony is a smart businessman. Like, he didn't get to where he is, or his dad get to where he is for being done. So, and I don't think Shane is like that. I haven't heard of Shane being like diabolical when it comes to business practices.
You ain't heard of him being like Vince?
No, exactly. I have not heard him being like his dad. So I think those worries can get kicked out the window. I think that is a small percentage of that, but I think it's a bigger percentage of Shane actually being beneficial to AEW money wise.
Yeah, and see, in regards with Ricky Starks, because that's a name we ain't heard in a while. And I went to Collision in Greenville when they came down. Yeah. I had a quick second to chop it up with our frat brother who's over there.
The captain?
Yeah, I had a chance to chop it up with Sean Dean for a second. Uh-huh. And Charlie Bravo. Good guys. Awesome guys to kick it with. And real quick, shout out to the infantry, man. I love what they're doing, man. I love to see them guys. Love to see those guys win. And Ricky Starks, he faced off against CM Punk when I went, and already it wasn't a lot of people there. But at the same time, they had the nerve to have that show on the night of a WWE pay-per-view. So folks are probably home watching that.
Yeah. I remember that, actually.
Yeah. It was CM Punk left, that left guys like him in limbo. So if he leaves and goes to WWE, you almost can't blame him. And Shane, I don't see Shane basically, because let's say if Vince was still there and if Shane was to go over to AEW, we'd easily be able to say, okay, Shane's a plant. He's over there to cause some havoc. But with Triple H in command of everything over there in WWE, and with all the business moves that WWE's got going on, this guy, I think Shane, to be honest, we don't even know what they were meeting about. I mean, but it's easy to speculate, because easy to speculate and say, hey, he could be there to be like a GM for AEW. He could be there to be the GM for Ring of Honor. He could be there to buy Ring of Honor. He could be over there to possibly help AEW touchdown, be the first to touchdown in China, which we haven't seen. I mean, it's so much that could happen. And all I can say is, guys like you and me and all the folks in the Discord, we're here for it. We're here to see what's going to happen, because to be honest, if a McMahon is running another company, or if he's even affiliated with another wrestling promotion, then you know how they say the impossible is possible? Yeah. The impossible will happen, can happen, if he puts his name, if he puts his name to paper and he's working with AEW or any other wrestling promotion.
So you look at the amount of talent that they got back there backstage.
Yeah.
You got Jeff Jarrett, which is a brilliant wrestling mind. No matter how you feel about him out here in front of the camera, behind that camera, he's doing a hell of a lot.
That man knows what he's doing for this business.
Exactly.
I love Jeff Jarrett. Look, if he's got if he voices any concerns about politics, hey, look, whatever. I can care less about politics.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the business of wrestling, Jeff Jarrett ain't no slow league people.
No, not at all. You got Jeff Jarrett, Dean Malenko, Bryan Danielson, and tomorrow's the first. And actually, that's the end of Bryan Danielson's contract actually with AEW. But he's going to, he's not leaving because obviously he's going to be at All In. So it's like, take that with a grain of salt. Bryan Danielson. And what if you bring Shane McMahon back there as like backstage as a marketing guy, as your marketing executive, as your person that do public relations, yada, yada, yada. See that?
What if that's his only job?
What if that is his only job? What if he actually being hired just as a performer, just like on a, case by case basis? But we don't know because there's a lot of strengths that Shane McMahon has. Shane McMahon has a lot of experience in WWE from day one. So it's like,
yeah,
it's all business practices, man. It's all business practice. It's all about that moolah. It's all about that money.
See, what if his only job, what if they bring him on and they say, Shane, this is your only job. If he happens to go to AEW, if he only has to focus on one thing to where he puts all his time and energy into one thing, like promotions and whatnot, if all his job is to do one thing, imagine how good he's going to do that job, because he doesn't have to juggle wrestling. He doesn't have to juggle this and the third. If he's focused on one thing, then Tony Khan is probably sitting there like, oh God, now this is one less thing on my table now.
Yeah.
Because I felt like for at least a year now, I felt like Tony Khan is being pulled in too many directions. If Shane jumps on and relieves some of that for him, oh my goodness.
I still say get Scott D'Amore. I to this day I will say that I'm sitting on that hill, man. I am standing on that hill. Get Scott D'Amore. Like, hire that man.
Ring of Honor GM.
That man.
Ring of Honor GM.
Thank you. Ring of Honor GM. Bro. Oh, you could just the women's division killing it. So I mean, you can still work with the women's division. Like, even though it's firing on all cylinders, you can make it continue to fire on all cylinders, man. Scott D'Amore, you do Ring of Honor and work with the women. He can do all that stuff. If you got Tony, Shane, Scott, Jarrett, Danielson, like,
and you know
Moxley as your ace, like,
and you know what helps women divisions shine. The women divisions can shine when they've got somebody that they can trust at the helm. Look at what WWE's doing. The women over there, boy, they love Triple H. Why? Because Triple H believes in them. And some of the women over there, Jade Cargill, her exact words, Bryan Danielson, she loved that guy. She look, he was like a father figure to her when he was training her.
Yeah, he was training her. Yeah,
you get the right people in charge of these divisions, and they flourish. And it ain't just the women's division. And real quick, women's wrestling, I've said it before, women's wrestling is dope. Oh my God. Yeah. Women's wrestling, I can sit there nowadays. I can sit there all day and watch those matches. Because
shout out to Red Velvet, Ring of Honor television champion, women's television champion. Out there, shout out to Red Velvet. Turn it up.
Oh man,
earn that.
Man. And shout out to Red Velvet, and shout out to my girl Athena Palmer.
Yes.
Oh my God,
yes,
I'm
600 plus days.
I'm such a fan, man. Yes, I'm such a fan, dog. She's so freaking. I'm a fan because she's short, but she holds her own in there.
Yes. Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it, man.
And real quick, one more. Shout out to legit Layla Hirsch.
Hey, listen, bro. Hey, she was in a war, bro. She was in a war. If you haven't watched Ring of Honor, you need to go ahead and check out Ring of Honor, man, because the women are killing it over there, man. You got to go check that out. It was her Diamante, if I'm not mistaken.
Look here. Legit Layla Hurst is about as tall as this pencil, and she'll slam you all over the place no matter how big you are.
Taz.
Yes.
Taz. That was she.
Yes, I love legit Layla Hurst, man. That's Taz. My dog right there. If I ever get to meet her, I'm probably going to fangirl and geek the hell out.
Oh, for
sure.
And
I have to tell my wife I apologize.
Yeah, man. And so it remains to be seen, man. Maybe tonight, maybe on AEW Dynamite, we might hear a little bit of something. We might. I hope not.
Not yet.
I hope not. Be honest with you, I'd rather wait. Don't pull the cat out the bag yet. You know what I'm saying? Like. Yeah. Andrew Big Dollar said. Press conference, New York City, sign it there, announce the AEW Warner Brothers Discovery deal, do all that in a press conference situation, make it sports centric, and just make it count, man. That's what I'm saying.
Add one thing: do it on a Monday.
You want it on a Monday? You wanted to smoke
on a Monday. Look, if you don't do it on a Monday, do it on. Matter of fact, scratch. Don't do it on a Monday. Do it on a Wednesday. Do it on a Wednesday. Do it on. But
the Wednesday, so Dynamite's on Wednesday.
They'll
do it on Tuesday. Matter of fact, no. Do it on a Tuesday. Do it on
NXT.
Yeah. Do it on NXT time. Hey, do that. See what happens. Yeah. See what happens. Well, we're gonna move on over to the WWE side of things because this weekend here we got SummerSlam, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll be honest with you, man. On looking at the card on the surface, it don't make me say, "Oh man, I can't wait to go watch this." It don't give me those vibes. Do you know the full runtime of SummerSlam is 8 hours?
8 hours, which is that's got to be some pre-show. That's got to be a whole
3 hours. It's 3 hours of pre-show, which funny, right? Collision moved their special start time to 5 p.m. Saturday. They put a pre-show on for 3 hours to probably combat with AEW Collision. They probably put a match or something that's right there. Like, they ain't by design. It's whatever. But who gonna watch a 3 hour pre-show though?
Somebody petty did that, and it wasn't mere you. Somebody petty did that.
Of course.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do our predictions right here, man. First matchup for SummerSlam, man. Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker, man. Who takes the crown in this one?
Braun Breaker.
I say Sami Zayn retains.
I'm gonna go with Braun Breaker. I think, and I'm writing down who our picks. So
okay,
I'm gonna go with Braun Breaker. For the simple fact that this time he's gonna come in more violent.
Okay.
And I feel as though Sammy said, "You brought your worst, you didn't beat me." Folks, we got to realize that Braun Breaker is a Steiner, my good people.
Steiner, yes, he is a Steiner.
Steiners were extreme. Look, Steiner's
Rick Steiner's son. That is Scott Steiner's nephew.
Yes, very strong, very tough.
Yeah,
he lost the first time because I think he took Sami Zayn too light.
Right.
He won't do that. He won't do that again. You know what would really set it off? If Braun Breaker came out and had on the little metal crap that Scott used to wear.
Yeah.
If he came out in that would let me know 100% he's here to win. But I'm gonna go ahead and take Braun Breaker.
Yeah, I think Sami Zayn might retain, man, in a surprise situation. Because WWE has a habit, no matter if it's Vince or Triple H, they have a habit where they hype things up to the highest level.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes they don't reach the highest level because you thinking, oh man, title change. No title change. Got him.
Yeah.
So I think Sami Zayn retains in this, mainly because of what else is on the card.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise, but I'm gonna lean towards Sami.
Oh.
LA Knight and Logan Paul. Which one you?
LA Knight.
LA Knight, same way. LA Knight takes his crown on this one. I'm gonna tell you right now, if LA Knight don't win this US championship on Saturday, what the hell are y'all doing?
Right in the street. If
what are y'all doing?
If LA Knight doesn't win, because I knew he wasn't going to beat Roman. I knew he wasn't going to beat Roman Reigns.
No.
I knew he wasn't going to beat Cody because it was too soon.
Yeah.
And you're not going to put all that work into Cody for 2 years for him to drop the LA Knight or disrespect the LA Knight.
Right.
But for him to face off against Logan Paul, it is the right time for Logan to drop that title.
It is the perfect time because Logan ain't really been defending that shit. He wasn't. He wasn't defending that title like that.
And you know what? Hopefully, Logan Paul's contract isn't about to be up or nothing like that. And the reason is he loses that title. And I say he goes after the Intercontinental title down the road.
Yeah, but Logan had so one of the biggest critiques for Logan Paul is that he doesn't defend that title, and it's like single digit defense.
Yeah,
I think it's like 3, maybe.
Yeah,
4.
At the most, 4.
Yeah, like he carried that title around, don't defend it. But okay, so LA Knight has to win this, and my thing is this: he was the hottest guy on the roster because everybody was chanting his name, right? LA Knight. So then you cooled him off a little bit, and then that level never stopped. Like LA Knight maintained that level of popularity. This is the time for LA Knight to win the US championship. This man need gold around his waist, and that's what it is. And let him do his thug thistle. He
got over with saying the word yeah. He got over with saying that, and plus he gives me Stone Cold Steve Austin vibes.
Really?
Just louder. Just he's like a louder Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that's with every bit of respect to Stone Cold and LA Knight. So I mean, yeah, it's the perfect time, and you make sure Logan Paul. I say now you make sure Logan Paul is seeing a lot more now. As a matter of fact, don't even have him go over to Raw for the Intercontinental title. Let me correct myself. You have him. He needs to start chasing Cody after Cody deals with the bloodline.
Man, that's gonna be a long time. That's gonna be a long time.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a long time.
And you may
Logan need to step away after he dropped that title and come back later.
And you know when he needs to come back?
Royal Rumble.
Yes, sir. And guess what? He needs to win it.
Yeah, Royal Rumble.
He needs to win it.
Ooh.
I want Logan Paul to win the Royal Rumble.
Logan Paul to win the Royal Rumble. That is a bold statement, but
crazier things happen.
I'm going to say it like this. Last year's Royal Rumble was better than the past 4 or 5, maybe 6 Royal Rumbles, because you already knew in your mind who was going to win the Royal Rumble. You didn't read no dirt sheets or nothing.
We knew,
but the Royal Rumble from back in the day, though, it's like it was unpredictable because you had all this top talent in the Royal Rumble. You don't know who's going to win this thing. So I would say you build all these top stars up and put them all in that Royal Rumble. And don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, just try to keep that thing as hush-hush as possible. But LA Knight, new United States champ all day.
Yeah, and Logan Paul not only wins, but he comes in at like entrant number 19 or something like that. The back 15.
Yeah, I'm with that. Next match, Bayley and Nia Jax. You got to think on that one, right?
Before Stratton won the Money in the Bank, I said Nia Jax. Tiffany Stratton winning Money in the Bank messes it all up because I want Tiffany Stratton to be champion at someday, but I don't want her to end up having to go to Raw and dealing with Rhea Ripley because Rhea's back now. And we're going to touch on Rhea here in a minute, but
yeah.
And I don't want Tiffany Stratton to cash in on Nia because Nia is the queen of the ring and she's been through too much the last couple of years just getting back in the company.
So I got to choose one or the other because I mean, it's such an easy route to pick two scenarios. First scenario, I'm thinking Bayley retains, Tiffany Stratton cashes in because she got pretty much beaten within an inch of her life by Nia. Cashes in on Bayley, boom, champion, right? Or you know what? Nia Jax wins. She wins the championship. But Tiffany runs in and pretends like she's going to cash in to distract Bayley. Boom, Nia Jax wins. And then now you got a storyline with Tiffany and Nia. And it goes further with that. You know, like Nia bullying Tiffany, and then all of a sudden, you know.
I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah. So I think Nia gonna win, and she's gonna win it. And I want to see the funny business with this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that because you could also see Tiffany Stratton hanging around for a while just to be like, when's the right time?
Yeah.
Because because at the same time now, she can also go to Raw and cash in as well. But I think Rhea's going to beat. I think Rhea's going to win, and I don't think Tiffany's brave. I don't think Tiffany's brave enough to try to cash in on Rhea.
Which leads on to this one. I don't think Rhea's going to win. I think Liv's going to retain by the hands of Dom. Dirty Dom. That's what I think is going to happen. Dom going to interfere, and Liv Morgan's going to retain. That's what's going to happen. I can smell it. I can smell it. Liv Morgan retains.
Ooh, yeah.
And if you really think about it, though, like, okay, who's really truly the bad guy here in this scenario? It's Rhea. Rhea is truly the bad guy. How all this shit got started in the first place? Rhea.
Because she jacked up her shoulder.
Right. But nah, go further back. Like, Rhea was a face. She turned heel by turning on who? Liv Morgan, right?
Yep.
Putting Liv on the shelf, right? Liv come back, attacks Rhea at that point, put her shoulder out. All right? I said, no, I'm going to dig deeper. I'm gonna get this title for one, which was yours, and then I'm gonna take your Dom. And I took your Dom, and Carlito was co-signing every bit of it until Rhea show up. But he's like, that's not cool. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, when you take a look at the Judgment Day backstage when Dom was dealing with Liv and all that old stuff.
Yeah.
The one person, Carlito was funny. But you want to know who was really making me laugh just with like the blank what is going on faces he was making?
Who's that?
JD. How JD kept a straight face is beyond me because JD looked like he was about to. It looked like he had to dig deep to not laugh every week. Like, what was that? I think Liv had Dom's legs up.
Yeah.
And you see JD come in. Like, JD had me in tears. I was like, how is this dude holding it together? How is he holding a straight face?
He can't. Especially with like Carlito being there, man. And Carlito just said some wild stuff. Going like, oh, that's cool. And then Damien gets so aggravated, he starts talking to him in Spanish. He's like, hey.
Because Priest, hey, look, Priest just quit hiding his laughter. After that one time, what was it? After WrestleMania, after he won the title, you see R-Truth in the ring. Yeah. And Priest just stopped holding back his laughter now because one, R-Truth can make anybody break character. He even made Triple H do it, which is kind of hard to do. So I mean,
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar. He had Brock Lesnar in tears.
Yeah.
On this, he had him in the ring, and they said Brock went up to him.
Yeah.
And Brock was like, "Yo, you had me out there just rolling."
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Rhea on this one. I think Rhea overcomes and I think as a matter of fact, I think she dumps Dom after this.
Nah, see, it's too easy though. It's too easy. Like, excuse me. Imagine the longevity and story if Dom turns on Rhea, Liv retains, Dom leads with Liv, and that's just like a whole nother can of worms right there.
He's out of the Judgment Day if he does that.
Yeah,
he's out.
He's out of Judgment Day, or
he's out if he does that.
Yeah, one of the two. We'll see, man. Next one up.
Woo!
Blood feud right here. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. This right here will steal the show. This match right here will absolutely steal the show.
This could have been the main event while you playing.
Right. This could have been.
This could have been the main event.
This could have been the main event. As far as in-ring work, and then you got a third party.
And story. Matter of fact, storyline, in-ring work, the referee. This could have been the main event.
Seth Rollins and Shawn Michaels. You got Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Undertaker. Somebody getting kicked in the face. That's what's going to happen. Somebody will get kicked in the face.
If not, somebody's getting curb stomped, and I think it's going to be CM Punk. I'm going with Drew McIntyre.
You going with Drew McIntyre?
I'm going with Drew McIntyre.
I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre. That's gonna be the shocking aura there. I think Drew McIntyre. Well, what he said, I prayed for this day.
Yeah,
prayed for this.
I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre for the simple fact that CM Punk showed up at WrestleMania. He cost Drew his title.
Yeah,
and he stole some fire away from how great that match was.
Yeah,
and it involved Seth.
Yeah. Man, this right here is probably one of the only reasons why I would tune into SummerSlam is to watch that match right there. This match and Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. Those are two. Right there. But Drew, I'm with you on that one. I say Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins gonna curse stomp somebody, but it's probably gonna be Punk. Punk gonna get mouth off too much, and then it's gonna be a wrap.
Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, mind you, we said a women's match is the reason that we're tuning in.
Yes.
To watch this. A women's match is one of the reasons we're tuning in because Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, long-term story. Matter of fact, you take a look, the last 3 matches that we've talked about has been some long-term storytelling. And shout to Nia Jax real quick for calling Bayley BBL Bayley 2 weeks ago. That was hilarious.
I was like, yo.
Because side note,
that's natural.
Bayley is holding.
Real quick, right? I was flying somewhere. Bayley was two persons up from me. And you know how I recognize her? Was ass. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm like, that might be Bayley. And because she had no makeup on or whatever. I'm like, that's Bayley. And she just had a hoodie on because it was early in the morning. It was like early in the morning. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, that's Bayley. And then she was sitting in first class and I was walking by and I'm like, holy shit, that's Bayley. Bayley was on my plane. But that was BBL Bayley. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But
I mean, But yeah, I'm going with Drew. I'm with Drew.
I'm with Drew McIntyre on that one. I'm with you. Next one up is Damian Priest and Gunther, bro. Who goes over on this match, bro? Who goes over, dog?
Damian Priest.
Ooh. I think Gunther's going to take this one.
Matter of fact, hold on. Did I say Damian Priest? I did.
Yeah, I think Gunther's going to take this one.
I'm going to go with you on Gunther too.
Yep, I think Gunther's going to take this one.
I'm going to go with you on Gunther too because
that
Damian,
trash.
Yeah, and I think Damian's going to go. He's going to be too pissed off.
Yeah,
and Gunther is just And Gunther he's been jumped by Damian twice. He's barely fought back.
Yeah.
But when that bell rings, he's going to chop the hell out of Damian Priest the entire match.
What Big E said? Big meaty men slapping meat. No did he. Big chest, big muscles.
Hey, and at the same time,
Star Classics.
Hey, listen, Gunther has a lengthy list of jokers that he's beat, though.
Yes.
Drew McIntyre's on that list.
Yep.
Sheamus is on that list. I mean,
Chad Gable a few times.
Damien's going to have to work to beat Gunther.
Yeah,
that's a lot of dude to be beaten.
Yeah, Gunther's a beast, but I think Gunther's going to win the World Heavyweight title on this one. I think he's going to get this title and he's going to hold it for a considerable amount of time. I can't see Gunther losing this match. There's no more cash in because that's already been used. So I think Gunther wins this, and whoever wins the Royal Rumble will face Gunther.
And Gunther,
I'm not sure who that person will be.
And Gunther is extremely healthy.
Yeah,
I mean, outside of Monday night, some of his last action, you want to be technical, was King of the Ring.
Yeah.
So Gunther made an example out of Finn.
Yeah.
Finn Balor is no punk. He's not a cheap win. That's a big win for him going into SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So
yeah, King of the Ring got a good trajectory. Can't cool off Gunther. He's gonna win that one. It's been a nice run. Damien. It's been a nice run for a heavyweight champion. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
And the main event, not really interested. Cody, not really interested in this match because know what's going to happen. Cody's going to win somehow, some way. Roman Reigns going to pull up in this SummerSlam, and that's going to be a whole nother can of worms being opened with the bloodline. That's it.
Now, matter of fact, let's call it what it is. Cody wins.
Yep.
The rest of the bloodline comes out.
Yeah.
And we see Roman Reigns and Jey Uso show up. And Jimmy. We see Roman Reigns and Jimmy show up.
Yeah.
It's part of the storyline. They're probably going to spend the next couple weeks trying to get Jey to join back.
But he's on a whole nother roster, though.
Hey,
he ain't on SmackDown.
Hey, look, I have a good feeling. What's the general manager's name from SmackDown? Nick Aldis. I think Nick Aldis will figure out a way to make this work. But Jey is kind of tied up with the bloodline right now a little bit. Yeah. Not the bloodline. He's with the with Judgment Day. He's kind of dealing with them a little. They're kind of dealing with them a little bit. But I have a feeling that Umaga's boy. Well, you know what? I may have to scratch that because Umaga's son. I always forget his damn name. Zilla. Zilla just won a title. He just won a title in the Indies or over there. I think he's a Booker T's promotion.
Yeah.
So he just won. Still contracted, and I think he just won a title.
Yeah.
So
I feel like Roman and Rock will show up on SummerSlam. At SummerSlam, I think if Roman and Rock don't show up, it would be Roman that shows up on SummerSlam. He's been away for long enough time to see what has transpired because Paul Heyman has been put through a table, and we don't remember the last time this man been put through a table. If he's going to get put through a table, it's going to have to mean something. You put the wise man, you attack the wise man.
Yeah.
Now I have to come deal with you.
And that is pissed off.
Because I'm the tribal chief.
I know that pissed off Roman.
Yeah.
That had to have pissed off The Rock because you're talking about Paul Heyman, who's known The Rock since he was a sprite. So, I mean.
I don't think it pissed off The Rock, though. Remember this year, it was supposed to be Roman versus Rock. But that where they changed it. Well, they changed it first and changed it back to what it originally was supposed to be. But either way, it's supposed to be Roman versus Rock, right? They're supposed to be on opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah,
it might look like Rock is on Roman's side, but he might turn on the man.
He could be partially behind this new bloodline.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, okay, you got Thomas Good, you got Solo, but you got Jimmy and Jay. You got to figure out a way to put them two together. Like this is another inning. This is like 2-3 other innings of story right here that you're gonna have to mess with, that you're gonna deal with. And Cody is like, where is he in this? Where is he? Damn, he might drop the title. Solo might beat him because on the surface,
very well could.
Yeah, on the surface, this match ain't interesting because anytime Solo's in a match with somebody, sometimes he'll take that L, especially when Roman was tribal chief.
Now that Roman's no longer tribal chief,
right?
Solo has a solidified 6-man tag win at a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
and let's say he wins.
Right.
Matter of fact, no. Cody wins. Cody's like, hey, look, I won. I'm done with y'all.
Yeah.
Enter Jimmy, Roman. They're gonna spend time trying to get Jay back with him.
Yeah.
They do that. Who's the only other fella that knows the bloodline in and out outside of
Sammy?
We could absolutely see OG bloodline going up against the new bloodline.
Yep, Sami Zayn.
OG bloodline versus the new bloodline in it.
I see this. I see Roman, Jimmy, Jay, Sammy, Cody, and then Solo, Tama Tonga. And everybody else.
Matter of fact, you know when we need to see that,
and Rock, because that balances that thing out. Because this side is a little imbalanced. If Roman's there, and then Rock has to be there to balance that out, basically. But I don't know. Now that I think about it, now looking at this, I'm gonna pick a wild card. I'm gonna say Solo gonna win this, and Roman gonna show up right out.
I'm gonna go with Cody.
You go with Cody. Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cody.
I talked myself into Solo.
And down the line, we're gonna see new bloodline versus OG bloodline.
Survivor Series.
And guess what type of match we're gonna get? A War Games type of match. You gotta give me that.
Yeah, it gotta be War Games. You
gotta get, and the reason you gotta give the people that is because you've got plenty of time to make this get heated as much as you can.
Yeah,
you got time to make this get. I mean, you got time to make this get heated now because you're gonna have a whole bunch of family in this. You got Samoans. You've got Tongans, you got Sammy, who knows those guys. Look here, Sammy has shown Sammy and Jay show folks they still know the handshake. So yeah. I mean, it's OG bloodline. The only thing is with them, they're gonna have to build trust.
Yeah.
So Roman is going to have to be the Roman that we've seen all this time, all these last 3 years.
Yeah, he got to be the same Roman.
He got to be the same tribal chief type of Roman. But Jay and Sammy are going to come in saying, "Yo, we not following up with you. The minute you try that mess, we out, and it's a 4-on-2, you and Jimmy, and even Jimmy's probably going to have to be like, look, because I can't." You ain't gonna be popping off of me talking to me like you was.
Well, I mean, he went back and joined back with the bloodline and got jumped, but he like, listen, he might say, hey, I'm not going through that with my brother again.
Yeah.
That kind of situation. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. We'll see how things go. But check it, man. That is our show for today, man. You already know what time it is. It is Dynamite time, man.
Yes,
Dynamite time. So go ahead and check out AEW Dynamite tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Do not forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell. Also, join our Discord. It's in our description below. You got anything else for the listeners out there?
Man, it's a good weekend of wrestling coming up. We've got SummerSlam. What, All In is a week or two from now? August, yeah. Matter of fact, it's about to be August tomorrow. So for folks that you about to have some kids go to school real soon, best of luck to you kiddos. And hey, if you can't be famous, be infamous, be damn good at it. And shout out to my dog, Vivo, Boogie Blends, and the mad scientist himself, Big E, not Big E Langston, Erskine, for the platform.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So shout out to Big E Langston.
Big E Langston. Big beating man slapping me. Yo, we out.
We out, folks.